I'm Randall Bing, founder of scholarshipauditions.com. And last week I shared numerous questions that have come into our office and answers to those questions from my perspective. And I'm going to do that again tonight as we have other questions that seem to be very pressing on people's hearts and minds and thoughts right now as they're in the end of a pandemic or the fourth quarter of a pandemic, whichever region of the United States that you're in, how you're looking at this end of this very dreadful time in our country's history, in our world's history. And it does affect your child and their future. And I understand that. So here's some questions that are semi-related to that or directly related. Here's the first question. My child has not been in orchestra class at all this year, but they've been in a Zoom classroom. I'm afraid he could be behind in being prepared for a college audition next year. What should I do? Well, first of all, thank your high school orchestra teacher for being so diligent to keep activities going throughout the year via Zoom. That's been very difficult for many teachers, and it sounds like your teacher has done a wonderful job at keeping activity going. The first thing that's missing from a Zoom experience is the ensemble experience, learning to play with other students. That's very important as auditioners look at your student's resume, and I'm sure they're going to be looking at everyone with a great deal of grace for the coming year if they did not have the same experiences as others did or did not have experience that they have had in the past. So what should you do? First thing I would do, I would send my child to summer camp this year. Yes, I realize in some areas of the United States that there are not live in-person camps this summer. They're still doing virtual camps. That is important, but however, put your child on a plane. Take your child to the South. Many states, especially Texas, are having live in-person camps. That is going to speak volumes, I believe, to college recruiters for the coming year, that your child is participating, being aggressive, being a part of an ensemble experience. Second, if your child is not taking private lessons, find out the deficiencies that happened in their life this past year. That can happen through a private instructor. Make a point to not just one private lesson, but a series of 6 to 8 lessons this summer and see the results. I think you'll be surprised of how much your child will advance during that time. Number 3, you probably have a college or university that you're really interested in. Just call and ask them or write them and ask them this very question. My child did not have an in-person experience this past year, or maybe it's been the last year and a half. What would you advise? I'm hearing from some of the colleges and universities that they're saying to questions like this, we're going to be on campus this summer. Come up and meet us. Let us hear your child perform right now, and we'll give you an analysis of what they need to do to be ready. Universities, colleges, and conservatories are being very gracious with their time and their energy. They want to have a great class for the coming year and the year after. They're doing their part. Give them the opportunity. Simply just ask them the question. They're great people out there. They'll help you. I can promise you. Another question. I auditioned for AllState Chorus 2 years ago and did not make it. Then last year, it was Zoom auditions. And truthfully, I did not do my best. I got very, very nervous. So here are my 2 questions. How important is making an AllState in my pursuit of acceptance into a college music program? And would going to an AllState camp help me achieve that? AllState Chorus, AllState Band, AllState Orchestra. Those are very important stepping stones to college admission and to scholarship opportunities. Why do recruiters look so engagingly on that AllState experience? First, it's a competitive experience. Those recruiters are going to see how you do in comparison to other students in your state. In addition to that, that audition process is a well-prescribed process. So is a college audition. So they mirror each other. If you have walked through the AllState experience, then a collegiate recruiter is going to say, they're going to do well in an audition on our campus. And they will probably end up doing very well as a part of that experience. And that will help us help them find scholarship dollars. So I greatly encourage every student that is listening to us, get involved in your AllState band, chorus, or orchestra. If you're a pianist or vocalist that's a pop vocalist, look for festivals and competitions that might be outside of an AllState realm for you, but get involved with those as well. Wherever there's a competition, a festival where there's a rating, or you're competing against other students, recruiters look very definedly into that aspect of your application. Now, the second part of this question, should you do an AllState camp? Yes, absolutely. The more you expose yourself to that audition material, the more you expose yourself to other students who are competing or will compete with you for those positions, it's a good thing. And then another perspective other than just your choral teacher can do nothing but help. I'm aware of some students who do several AllState camps. It seems they do better at the AllState audition. So this is a proving ground. It's not that expensive. Go for it. That would be my advice. Go for it. Another question. I've never been in a music class like orchestra or choir, but I'm a songwriter and perform, and the last 2 years I've won the talent show at my high school. So this is what I want to do with my life. Is there a college that can help me with this career goal? And will I find any scholarships for being a songwriter? Or should I just go on The Voice? I think it'd be a great experience to go on The Voice. Maybe you would do extremely well. Yes, winning your college, your high school talent show probably says something about your ability to perform and to hold an audience and to get an audience excited. At least you did enough judges for those judges to be excited about what you're doing. There are numerous colleges that offer commercial music, pop music, and many of them offer songwriting. We are right here in Nashville, Tennessee. And one of our universities here, Belmont University, is worldwide known for their commercial music degree, for their songwriting degrees. Many of the country artists and pop artists that we know today have come out of a program right here at Belmont University. They are one of many schools across the nation that offer a degree in contemporary music, songwriting. And yes, there's scholarship money. Scour the internet. Come to our site, scholarshipauditions.com. Look through our college directory. You will find many universities that offer a non-traditional program, and more, they're not even considered non-traditional. It's a part of an offering of numerous universities, and that is contemporary, pop, jazz. They're out there, and I wish you the very best at finding the right fit for you. And the last question that I want to share with you. It's been a year and a half since I've been in marching band. This past year was my junior year and I was not in marching band. And this year will be my senior year and marching band is coming up. At least I have to apply whether I'm going to be a part of that. My private teacher suggests that I not be a part of marching band this coming year because that will take so much of my time, but rather dedicate my time towards my college audition. Is this a good move for me? First of all, I'm not your private teacher, nor am I your parent. But you've asked a great question. And many seniors grapple with this. Do I do marching band in the fall of my senior year? because it does take a great deal of time. Because that is the time that you should be preparing for your audition. That is the time that applications are going out, which also takes a great deal of time. I'm going to answer this in a way that you might not be expecting. I had a college dean share with me who had also been the orchestra director at his university. And he said, I look at the applications and I look at the students who stop their ensembles at the end of their junior year. Now, what are they doing? They are preparing themselves, I can tell you, for the college audition. They're spending more time in solo performance. They're spending more time studying music theory, spending more time working on their etudes. And he said they're extremely ready. He said, however, they don't get my attention as well as the student who participated in marching band or orchestra in the fall of their senior year. And I said, why would you come to that conclusion? He said, it's this simple. We want a student at this university to be in our ensembles all 4 years. We do not want a student who is going to be with us 3 years and the 4th year where we should be reaping the benefits of their education and our ensemble should have better musicians, that they go their senior year go, no, we don't want to do that. We're getting ready for graduate school. We're getting ready for our GRE. We're getting ready for our graduate audition. He says, so really we've only had the student 3 years and they've used the 4th year to prepare for the next stage of their life. He said the pattern was set in high school and they'll do it again in college. And we're really not as interested in that student as we are the student who participates fully in all the programs all 4 years of their high school experience. That might not be the indicator of every college dean or every recruiter, but I believe it also speaks to another option, and that is stay in the programs you're in. Enjoy your senior year. Have a great full experience. Yes, we have had to live through a horrible year with COVID. However, just the ability to be with friends, to develop those relationships, and to play in an ensemble, and to work that ensemble sound, you will learn so many lessons during that time, which will apply very well and very easily within your early collegiate experience. I would say to you, do any and every ensemble opportunity that you have your senior year. Enjoy it, make it a great experience. And even talk about those experiences during your college audition. I think you'll win points, not lose points. These are the questions that have come in just this past week that I felt were relevant as people are dealing with the end of school, preparing for the coming year, post-pandemic, 4th quarter pandemic, however you're looking at it. I can tell you at scholarshipauditions.com, we want to serve you in whatever phase you find yourself. We have many material, many resources at scholarshipauditions.com. Check us out. I hope this has been a help. That's our desire, to be a help.